The ACLU is sounding the alarm that the Trump administration has deported even more children who are U.S. citizens. In a statement released Friday night, the organization saying New Orleans ICE agents deported at least 2 families early that morning. Among them, U.S. citizen children aged 2, 4, and 7 were deported with their mothers. Goes on to say the families who had lived in the United States for years, had deep ties to their communities, were deported from the U.S. under deeply troubling circumstances that raised serious due process concerns. The statement came after a federal judge in Louisiana raised concerns that a 2-year-old appeared to have been deported with her mother to Honduras with no meaningful due process. As fears grow over the administration's apathy toward constitutional rights, the recent FBI arrest of Milwaukee Judge Hannah Duggan has some members of Congress worried that the administration is openly trying to intimidate the courts. Joining us now, Democratic Congresswoman Yasmin Ansari of Arizona. She recently returned from a trip to El Salvador with her colleagues to advocate for Kilmar Abrego Garcia, the imprisoned Maryland man who the Trump administration admits it mistakenly deported. Congresswoman, good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
American citizens, children are being sent away to countries they do not know because their parent is either undocumented, we don't know, or maybe they were a legal permanent resident and the United States took their, we don't know the details for some of the things. And these cases that Alicia laid on the table, these are just the ones we now know about. They are doing exactly what they said they would do. And I think people should be more up in arms about this, because these, like, if we're not going to stand for American citizens, the children, what are we standing up for?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I represent Phoenix, Arizona, a district that is extremely diverse. Many mixed status families. In general, 64 languages are spoken. So in my district, people have been very scared, sounding the alarm pre-Trump inauguration, but especially since. And I couldn't agree with you more. I think the people, even those who were skeptical before that, believe that he truly was going after criminals, I think are now waking up to the reality that anyone could be next and there's no real due process going on here. And I think we should all be concerned. And I'm grateful to see that there's finally polling that shows for the first time Trump is underwater on immigration. I think that shows that the tide is shifting, because I just don't believe that the vast majority of Americans are okay with what is happening now when it comes to U.S. citizens.
You have the Washington Post going a little bit further into what both Alicia and Simone have put on the table, noting the government is not disputing the immigration status of any of the 3 children. Instead, officials contend that the undocumented mothers opted to take their citizen children with them back to Honduras. Put a pin in that. It's important. It is common that parents want to be removed with their children, Tricia McLaughlin, a spokesman for the Department of Homeland Security, told the Washington Post. It's important to note that lawyers for VML's father, Gracie Willis, says ICE refusal to allow the women to talk to their lawyers meant there was no way to verify whether that was true in these cases.
Right.
And the point I wanted you to put a pin in is the fact that it is common for parents to want to be removed with their children. So, folks, let's not get this twisted. They're using your kids as a way to deport you.
Right.
Because, in other words, you're not going to go if your mom with your...
I actually think it's the flip.
The flip.
They're using the
parents to deport the kids, to pull the kids.
Right.
But it's also a way in which you can make the case, which they're making, well, we didn't deport a U.S. citizen. The mother took her child with her.
Absolutely.
And that's the fallacy. That's the lie. It's all part of
Because imagine you were in that room and all of a
Exactly.
sudden a person who is in law enforcement says, you're going back to your home country. These kids are with you. You want them to come with you, or do you want them to come temporarily into our care?
Right.
I would never
Right.
hand my children over to someone I did not know.
And that's
Right.
why that's
would.
effectively using those children as a way to more readily and easily get you to leave, and without much of a fight. But then there's the last piece, where we don't know really what the status of any of these individuals are, and they don't have full access or any access to legal counsel.
Right.
How, as a member of Congress, Oversight Committee, we're sitting here, what what can be done? You almost feel like there's no movement. Everybody's looking to the courts, but there's no other pincer move to kind of pressure this administration to stop what it's doing.
I mean, I do think, frankly speaking, outside.
Be frank, Congresswoman.
Outside of the, typical ways any member of Congress would take action, which is legislatively, of course, I think in this moment, the actions that we take outside of our typical capacity are going to be so important to change public sentiment. I mean, that's frankly why my colleagues and I decided to go to El Salvador. I mean, we did this personally. This was not an official congressional delegation.
The Speaker wasn't going to give you the official.
No, yeah, we got an official rejection actually from the chairman of the Oversight Committee, and then a few of us cared very deeply about this issue and within 48 hours planned this trip and worked directly with the family's lawyer for Kilmar Abrego Garcia. And hearing directly from the lawyer telling us, thank you so much for doing this because this will keep the attention on this issue. And I think, again, just in the last couple of days, seeing the attention shift. And I went on Fox News and talked about it. And it was crazy to see just the lack of even like a real response to the unconstitutionality of it all. There was no real response. There was kind of just a mockery of, oh, the Constitution? Yes, the Constitution.
If they don't understand the Constitution, perhaps they will understand the politics of this. And I think there's no one who understands the politics of this better than you, given that you are from Arizona, where we have watched this play out before. You had SB 1070. You had Show Me Your Papers. It gave rise to a generation of dreamers who organized their communities. It is part of the reason that we watched Arizona swing blue. We know politically how this plays out because, yes, there may have been voters who voted for Donald Trump because they wanted to see an orderly process at the U.S.-Mexico border, and they did not feel that was happening under the previous administration.
Right.
They did not necessarily vote to watch U.S. citizens be pulled from their communities and sent to a country they didn't know. My assessment here is that they have overplayed their hand, that if they had focused on the exterior, on new arrivals, their immigration numbers would not be where they are. The immigration disapproval numbers, in my assessment, are where they are because it is now impacting U.S. citizens because they are pulling people out of communities, people who have been here perhaps for a decade. You feel that in your church. You feel that in your school. You feel that at your neighborhood party, right? And so I think there's an opportunity here politically, which is the language they speak, to say you have overplayed your hand.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I think in Arizona, that's a perfect example. When you look at polling in the state, even prior to this election, while there may be strong support for a secure border, of course, Dreamers have very high support. They always poll in the top 5 issues. We passed a ballot measure a couple of years ago for free in-state tuition for Dreamers and DACA recipients who have been in this country for many years. And so I think Arizonans in general, like, we are accustomed. These are our friends. Like, my best friend, one of my best friends is a Dreamer in Arizona, and this is just normal. And so to see those individuals, targeted and their families be in deep fear, not even think that they can go to work or to school and whatnot, it's a real problem. I agree there's going to be a backlash 100%.
It's disruptive for us all. Congresswoman Yasmin Ansari, thank you so much, Congresswoman. And as we go to break, we are following breaking news out of Canada, where a car drove into a Filipino street festival in Vancouver. Authorities say 9 people were killed, several others were injured. Police have taken the driver into custody. They say they are confident this is not an act of terrorism.